What's the cost of choosing to drive a car instead of riding a bike? Well, every mile you ride is worth 32 cents to society, and every mile you drive costs us about 18 cents, studies found. We think we know why promoting cycling and walking is a good thing. It's good for the environment, it's good for personal health, it reduces congestion and pollution, it promotes personal well-being and the perceived livability of places. But when it comes to justifying investment in cycling and walking infrastructure, one of the challenges is that it can be hard to quantify the benefit to society and to the individual, alongside the negative impacts we're avoiding by shifting travel away from cars. We can count traffic flows in cars, and to varying extents, pollution and congestion. But can we bring these factors together to understand the trade-offs we're making between different modes? Might being able to do so shift the relative level of investment we place in each mode? So, recently, a group of researchers attempted to quantify the costs and benefits of cycling, walking, and driving to explore the broader impact of infrastructure investment in the European Union. They took into account a whole range of societal impacts, like land use and the cost of pollution, as well as individual impacts, like health benefits and travel time, in order to estimate the costs and the benefits of cycling, walking, and driving both for society and the individual. For instance, driving a car was found to have a cost to society of about 18 cents per mile. Due to factors like the associated pollution, land use, collisions, and infrastructure construction and maintenance cost, the cost to the individual of driving a car was about $1.60 per mile, due to factors including the cost of operating a car, travel time, congestion, and parking. Now, bicycling, by contrast, generated a 32-cent net benefit to society for every mile biked, basically due to the health benefits of physical activity. For the individual, cycling had a cost, of course, due to perceived safety and discomfort, the risk of a bike accident, and the additional travel time required to reach a destination. Nevertheless, the cost was about 26 cents per mile, about 1/6 the cost of driving a car. Walking was found to generate the greatest net benefit to society, about 69 cents per US mile. And although the personal cost was still lower than driving, it's about 3 times higher than bicycling. Bicycling is about 56 cents per mile, due to the extra journey time associated with walking. You just walk slower than you bike. What's more exciting about this work is that it can be applied back to investments that have been made by local governments to understand if they're paying off or not. We can recoup the cost of building bike lanes with additional health benefits. A full network of protected bike lanes was built in Calgary across the downtown core back in 2015. By applying the methodology from the European research to bicycle count data collected on the network, it's possible to determine the net societal benefit generated by the initial investment in cycling infrastructure. The network of protected bike lanes cost about 5.5 million Canadian dollars to build. As every kilometer traveled by a bike generates about 28 cents Canadian of societal benefit, the network has generated about $41 million Canadian in social benefits and counting. That means that Calgary has, in 5 years, recouped 75% of the cost of building the protected bike lanes. While no methodology is perfectly generalizable, it'd be interesting to see more local communities attempting to quantify the costs and benefits, both for the society and the individual, of infrastructure, so we can have a more holistic discussion about why mode shift matters from cars to bikes and walking. And remind ourselves that every infrastructure decision, especially continuing with the status quo, has a big cost associated with it.